Hi friends, I just finished going through a round of setup for print books through Ingram Spark and Amazon KDP, so I thought I'd put together a quick look at the print quality I'm getting from the two services. If you're looking to self-publish with print on demand, I hope you'll find this helpful. But first, if you're wondering whether to use Ingram Spark or KDP to publish your book, the answer really depends on your goal. If you want any chance of being carried in bookstores outside of just consignment, where you deliver the books yourself, then go with Ingram Spark. It's going to be a rare day that you find a bookstore willing to order a book that's printed by Amazon. On the other hand, if you don't care about distribution through bookstores, then Amazon's KDP will work just fine. It's really easy to publish with KDP, it's free, and you can make a lot more money with each book because there are no wholesale distributor fees taking a chunk out of your sales. For a lot of people, though, a hybrid approach will work best, which is what we've done with our latest book. Use the same ISBN to publish the book to Amazon without global distribution, so basically to Amazon customers only, and then to also publish the book through Ingram Spark with distribution to everywhere but Amazon. As for the book we're looking at today, this is something we first published in hardback last year, and we were looking to do a revised cover for a paperback release. Initially, we printed the dust-jacketed hardcover through Ingram Spark while simultaneously offering it for Kindle through Amazon. Anyway, this is what we received as our first batch of paperbacks printed by Ingram Spark. Overall, I'd say I'm satisfied with this, aside from a couple issues. I'm happy with the color, considering that POD by its nature uses digital printing, which can have some issues compared with traditional offset printing. But the books do feel a bit flimsy, and I'd love to have a heavier stock used for the cover, which feels like it might have a tendency to curl a bit. Another issue is that in an order of 10 books, several of them came with the cover cut in such a way that it doesn't align with the pages of the book. You can also see a lot of variation in the alignment of the cover here, side to side and up and down, which is most noticeable when you look at the book's spine. This is all within the expected margin of error, though, so we shouldn't complain too much. I also have a batch of books here printed by Amazon KDP, and as much as I hate to say it, I think the quality is a step up from Ingram Spark. The books just feel a bit sturdier in the hand. Also, and again, this is a small batch, so you can't really say how true this will be in the long run, the margin of error we just talked about hasn't really come into play here. All the elements of the cover are right where they should be without any shifting up or down or side to side. When we look at Ingram Spark and Amazon KDP versions of the book together, they look pretty similar. I'm not sure if you can see it in this video, but there's a bit of a warmer cast to the colors of the KDP version, with Ingram Spark being closer to the original files. But with digital printing, those variations are expected, and the next time these books are printed, they could just as easily go the other way. Now take a look here at the two books stacked one on the other. That's Ingram Spark up top and Amazon KDP on the bottom. The books are exact same number of pages, but you can see that the KDP version is actually thicker, and it's using a slightly heavier stock for both the pages and the cover. It just feels better in the hand. Oh, and one other thing to note. We designed this intentionally in a 5x7 format, which is a less common size for a book. 5x7 is available as an option with Ingram Spark, but not as an option for KDP. However, one lesser known thing you can do with KDP, which you can't do with Ingram Spark, is publish custom sizes. So we could still get 5x7 from both printers, and we didn't have to alter the book's interior file. And now what we have here is a comparison of two books, both printed by Ingram Spark, but the book on the left has a matte cover and the book on the right has a gloss cover. I really like the idea of a matte cover for this book, but when I see them side by side, I have to say the gloss just looks better to me. The colors pop just a bit more, and maybe I'm imagining it, but that layer of gloss might just add a hint of sturdiness to the cover stock. And finally, since we're revising the cover for the paperback, I went ahead and created a new cover for our hardback. This one is hot off the presses, and I have to say I really like it. As much as I have any qualms about the quality of Ingram Spark's paperbacks, I just love what I've gotten from their hardbacks. The books just feel nice and solid and durable. The one issue I've got with the cover here is the centering of the title, and I'll take the blame for that and revise the file so it's fixed for the next printing. When you work with a cover template that Ingram Spark generates for you, there's a safe area for text, and I took the text right to the edge of the safe area for this design, not realizing how close that would be to the edge of the book. It's not off-center otherwise, as you can see from the spine of the book, properly in its place, so I'll just update the file and upload the fix to Ingram Spark. But that brings up one more issue, and it's a pretty big one for most people, It's free to upload your design files to KDP, and if you make a mistake, you just upload a new file. You can do that as many times as you want, no problem, no charge. But every time you upload a file to Ingram Spark, you have to pay, whether it's for the initial setup or later changes. It'll cost you about $25 for a cover file and another $25 for the interior file, so you'll want to have these files as perfect as possible when you go to publish, because you can run up a decent bill fixing typos down the road if you're not careful. There is something you can do to help yourself out here, though, and that's join the Alliance of Independent Authors, or ALLI. I resisted this for a long time because I'm not much of a joiner, but the math convinced me. An author membership with ALLI is $119 a year, and for that membership, you get 5 Ingram Spark discount codes per month, meaning you can upload 5 files per month, every month, for the entire year, which can save you a lot of money if you're publishing just a few books with Ingram Spark, or if you're making a few changes to just one book. I've got a link to ALLI in the description below if you're interested, and if this video was helpful to you, please give it a like, and if you have any questions, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. Thanks a lot.